So our journey to becoming Torah Club leaders started about 17 years ago when we joined a large seeker-friendly megachurch. And through all these years, the church has blessed our family greatly and continues to do so. However, there was a difficult time, which occurred when I began studying the Torah in a two-house Hebrew roots congregation because I was seeking deeper teaching. And my heart very quickly became bitter towards the church, towards leadership, and I wanted to leave. I expressed this desire to Joy. I said, we got to get out of here. And if I had acted on that desire, many of those blessings that I just described would have been forfeited, and the Torah Club that meets in our church would not exist today. And so during this challenging time, Hashem led me to Hayesod. That's a story in itself. And Torah Club, which answered many, many questions. But however, it was Boaz's book, Ten of David, that changed my heart towards the church. And it's the reason why Joy and I are Torah Club leaders today. Once we embraced Boaz's vision and strategy of reconciliation between Jew and Gentile, articulated in the book, opportunity came quickly. See, we were asked to lead a class at our church, and it had a set curriculum. But we were given freedom to make it our own. And so we did so, all right, by incorporating just enough of the Jewish perspective that we had learned from FFOZ to give folks a taste. And so after 10 years, we're still teaching this class twice a year. And many people have been exposed to the Jewish perspective. And at the end of every semester, we get this question: how do we continue to study this way? It has ignited a hunger within them. And so we knew that the best answer to this question was Torah Club. And so Joy and I prayed that Hashem would give us the opportunity to execute on the vision that is in Ten of David by opening a door for us to start a Torah Club in our church. Our prayers were answered, and more students than we ever expected eagerly took the opportunity to study this way again. And so within a few weeks of starting the beginning of wisdom, many students were just exuberant about the excitement that they were experiencing in studying the Torah Club material. And here's the thing, word traveled very, very quickly within our church and to surrounding churches, which was a surprise. And we began receiving requests from other folks in our church and from other churches asking to join. And so when the new Torah cycle started this past fall with Unrolling the Scroll, our number of students almost doubled, and it was only through word of mouth that this happened. And so we realized that in seeker-friendly churches, the seekers don't stop seeking. They're hungry to learn, to go to the next level, all right? But they're having to go elsewhere to be fed, to get the deeper teaching. Torah Club is what they need. And we as Torah Club leaders attending these churches, we're best equipped to fill the need. And so our prayer is that our club and yours will inspire many new Torah clubs to start within these churches. They are ripe fields. And Ten of David is our blueprint for reaching them and for raising up new Torah Club leaders. And so with FFOZ's amazing resources, humble hearts, and an unwavering focus on bringing reconciliation within the church, and Hashem's help, we are really armed for success. And so I've given you a very, very brief history of our Torah Club journey. Now Joy's going to share some of the questions that we wrestled with along this journey.
Hello, everyone. So as Vince had mentioned, we were going elsewhere for deeper teaching. But then came Torah Club, the great disruptor, as Boaz has called it. Studying the scriptures within its original Jewish context with Israel at the center brought tension and exhilaration at the same time. I compare it to childbirth. The time of uncomfortableness, but the joy that follows afterwards. We liken it to an Emmaus Road experience. Our eyes were opened. Many things that we had learned and understood about the scriptures that were perfectly acceptable before were being challenged. But we never voiced these to our leadership. We wrestled with some important questions as we were confronted with these challenges. Some of the questions were, do we stay or do we move on? Is this journey just about us and us being spiritually fed? Or is it about others and making disciples as Yeshua has commanded us to do? How could we not share what God had revealed to us to others? Certainly, we're not the only people who want more depth and understanding of the scriptures. How do we participate? What's our part in reversing replacement theology if we are outside the walls of the church? And why would God have revealed this type of teaching and placed a fire in our hearts and then ask us to leave the very church where he had planted us? Vince had encouraged me to read the 10 of David book. When I did, we were then on the same page and our spirits were settled. We knew we had to stay within the walls of our church and make disciples. Thanks to Hashem, it was one of the best decisions we've ever made. He made a way where there seemed to be no way. I will close with this. Regardless of if you are in a church setting or not, we want to remind you not to lose sight of where you were prior to understanding the scriptures within its Jewish context and with Israel at the center. We need to be on a mission of reconciliation. Are we willing to repair this bridge that was broken between Israel, the Jewish people, and the church? If you are within a church now, we encourage you to stay there. If you are not, prayerfully consider finding one and making this a first step in reversing replacement theology. We are thankful to FFOZ, to their resources, to our Torah Club members for their faithfulness and committing to study each and every week. It's a blessing to us and to the kingdom. Torah Club leaders, this path is not easy. But although it may not be apparent today, we do not labor in vain. May his kingdom come soon and in our day. Thank you.